Alright, this is Smash Adams here again. This is another deck profile I made. I finally got the cards I needed for my fairy deck that I've been running for a while. So I don't know if I'm gonna make some changes or not, but you can just take a look and see. It's pretty standard, running it on a budget like most of my decks. I will also upload a video of how I came to be as far as Yu-Gi-Oh and all that jazz later on in the future. But in the meantime, I'm going to get started with my profile. So here we go. 3 Hyperions, boss of the deck. Pretty much send an agent, remove it from hand, deck, well, no, not deck, grave, whatever. It's pretty much food for this guy here. Very boss. And 2 Chrysias. Thank God the tin came out, because I got these from the tin. Don't have to waste over $90 over these good cards. Really sick. You can negate special summons. Combine this with Hyperion, you have a deadlock, along with Bryonic. But unfortunately, I don't have a Bryonic. 3 Agents of Earth. Pretty much food for Master Hyperion if you have Sanctuary in the Sky, and pretty good for tuning up, getting powerful synchros onto the field like Bryonic or whatnot, and like Herald of Orange also. You can use those 2. 3 Venus for the Shine Ball combo, because I just want to send a lot of fairies as I can to the grave so I can pop more cards. And of course 1 Jupiter for beatdown purposes. Like if I don't get the right agent I want or whatever, this can still either take a monster down or just attack directly or whatever, use his effect if I have Sanctuary on the field or not. Well, it has 2 effects, but the other effect works only with Sanctuary in the Sky, so yeah, you get my point. But he still gains attack if I sacrifice a fairy and remove it, so yeah, it's a pretty good card. Let's see, 3 Shine Balls, like I said earlier, with the Venus combo, and 1 Echatrice just for spacing. Might add another one later on. 3 Zardius. There you go, 3 Zardius for Sanctuary in the Sky. I mostly use them for bluffs, only because a lot of people will be destroying terraforming, especially with this deck build that I have, and it's pretty good to use. I mean, plus the beat stick. I mean, who wouldn't want a 2100 point beat stick on their field, especially like Zardius or Captain Gold if you're running an elemental hero deck. And last for the monster lineup, 1 Honest. Pretty good. You have a weak fairy, you can pretty much send that to the grave, power it up, and you're smooth sailing, because their monster's stronger than, well, your monster's stronger than theirs, because you have the upper hand with this card. It's pretty powerful. Now for the spell lineup. 3 Sanctuary in the Skies, obviously, because I have a lot of fairies, and for the Hyperion technique, pop 2 cards at once, and if I have 2, pop 4 cards at once, or 3, you get the point. 2 times 3, 6 cards popped. So yeah, pretty good combo there. Glad that these cards came out in July, so yeah, pretty good cards. And thank God I got these cards. 2 dualities. Ran an Avarice with one of them, but figured it wasn't. It was okay, but I figured running a duality would help me search my deck out more. So running 2 for me is good. Until I get a 3rd one, I'm just going to stick with what I have and save up, just to, if I think of getting another tin. So yeah, 2 dualities. Awesome. Love them. 1 card's in the sky. I don't like having 3, obviously, because if I get dead draws, won't be able to use it. And if I don't have any fairies, won't be able to use it. So yeah, I'd rather run 1 just for the sake of getting my fairies and stuff like that on the field, and getting good cards if I'm lucky enough. 2 Valhallas. Only run 1 Hecatrice for this, but this is good for getting Chrysia to the field easily, and other fairies like Hyperion. You don't necessarily have to use... I don't think you necessarily have to use Hyperion's effect for this, but the only thing is you have to not have any monsters on your field to use this. So yeah, I did an Athena combo with this earlier, but realized Athena was giving me too many death draws, so took her out for Chrysia, and there you have it, 2 Valhallas. Book of Moon took Burial from the Dimension out just for a fast run and for saving my fairies, setting them down. You get my point. 2 MSTs for back row. Might add a Heavy Storm, and thank God it's back because of the ban list. 1 Torrential for trenching monsters in the field and just sending them to the grave. More food for my Hyperions if I have Ancients in the field, so go me. Or anybody running a build like this. 3 Divine Punishments, very sick, very powerful. When I used these, I was like, wow, I'm actually considering of getting 3 of these, and got 3 of them. They work just right in this deck. And 2 Bottomless for stopping powerful monsters and removing them. Might add Miraculous Descent. Well, I put them in the side, so yeah. Mimir Force, a Solemn for negating stuff. You get the whole point. A lot of people run these. And lastly, Turn from a Different Dimension. I mean, I hate the paying half part, but I'm going to be removing a lot of fairies with this deck, so yeah, it's pretty good. Now on to the side deck, because this deck basically runs 40 cards, I believe. Let me count first of all. 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. Yep, it's 40. So yeah, this is pretty much the side deck I have, and it's only 4 cards, but you get my point. For now, these are the sides I have. 1 Hecatrice, a card from the sky, and 2 Miraculous Descents. Might add them in there, like if I'm going to a tournament and decide to switch them up with some other cards. But for now, I'm just going to stick with what I have. And if I get Bryonic or any of those other good monsters, I might add them too, but in the meantime, I'm just going to stick with what I have. Anyway, this was another deck profile by me, Smash Adams, and I'll hook you up with another profile later on in the future. Peace.